Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. I'm in a very good mood. You know, the kind you get when you find a dollar on the sidewalk or you realize that our children may not be doomed to a fiery hellscape. Because this weekend, the United States Senate finally approved a bill to fight climate change. Ausgeblieft. Thank God. Finally. Thank God we're gonna at least try to save the planet, because that is where I keep most of my stuff. Now, this bill is just chock-a-block full of great things for the environment, like tax credits for renewable energy appliances and clean technology manufacturing, along with nearly $400 billion over 10 years in tax credits aimed at steering consumers to electric vehicles. All in all, it will cut greenhouse gas emissions by about 40%. So from now on, that's huge. So from now on, we'll be putting only good things into the air, like donut-flavored vape smoke. And it's not just climate change. The bill, called the Inflation Reduction Act, will also make good on Democrats' years-old pledge to reduce prescription drug costs for the elderly. Yes. Very exciting. That is good news for the elderly, or as Chuck Grassley and Dianne Feinstein call them, those damn kids! they're even older. They're even older. There's elderly, and then there's that. To raise revenues, the bill includes a new 15% minimum tax on corporations that earn more than $1 billion a year in annual profits, backed up by $80 billion to the IRS to increase enforcement. The IRS explained their new enforcement powers to corporations with this instructional video. Bitch better have my money. Now, no one... Got my money. No one was happier. I'll keep it straight. No one was happier to get the bill passed than Senate Majority Leader and man using his superpowers to warm his coffee, Chuck Schumer. Schumer gave a press conference following the vote, and he had this to say of the victory.
As you know, it's been a long, tough, and winding road.
Ah, yes, the long, tough, and winding road. It's everyone's favorite Beatles song next to A Hard Day's Very Difficult Nighttime. Schumer praised the hard work of Senate Democrats.
I just want to again thank the leadership, hard work, and persistence of all of my colleagues, their teamwork, their spirit of teamwork, their knowledge that we had to pull together to get something done is awesome to me. Not awesome in the way the kids use the word, but in the biblical sense.
Yes, the bill is awesome, not in the way that kids use the word. They would say it is straight fire, fam. To be quite frank, it slaps, and I, for one, Stan, by which I mean Stan Eisenberg, my podiatrist, he'll take those corns right off, no cap. According to Schumer, it wasn't just the awesomeness of Senate Democrats that got them across the finish line. He had a secret weapon.
Okay, does anyone notice anything?
New suit.
This is my lucky blue suit. I brought it in yesterday morning, but I didn't want to jinx it and wear it. And so, but I wear it on good luck days, and I had a feeling I'd be wearing it.
Senator, I'm pretty sure the lucky doesn't count if you put it on after you win. I got the job, and it's all thanks to my lucky socks, which I'm gonna go buy right now. One senator was maybe less than thrilled, Bernie Sanders. Bernie tried reintroducing a lot of progressive ideas that Joe Manchin removed from the bill, but all of his efforts failed, which might be why he was later photographed sitting on the Capitol steps like this. Oh no! We've broken Bernie. He looks like the depressed legislation from Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here waiting for soup. Overall, we miss you, Bernie. We miss you. Overall, it was a good day for Democrats, but the GOP did get one win because on Sunday, Republicans forced the removal of a measure that would cap insulin prices at $35 for private insurers. Exactly. 35 million Americans have diabetes, and Republicans want insulin to be expensive? That's the most unpopular political move since JFK's campaign promise, I'm gonna bang your wife.
Wow. Wow. Really?
And we do these things not because they're easy, but because I am hard. There you go. It's a reference. Promises made, promises kept.
Wow.
We've got a disturbing update to a disturbing story about disturbing former President Napoleon Bonus-Spurs. See, earlier this year, the New York Times' Maggie Haberman reported that during the ex-president's time in office, White House staff found papers clogging a toilet, believing the ex-president had flushed material he'd ripped into pieces. Not the first time the former president tried to flush something embarrassing. One time, staffers went in there and found Eric. Of course, when the story broke, the ex-president denied it. So, that's it. There's no way to ever know the truth. Until this weekend, when the plot went from one ply to two, because Haberman revealed these photos from a White House source showing some torn-up toilet memos. Now, to be fair, it is unclear if those are official White House documents or his toilet suicide note. Jim, can we take another look at Flush Force One? Okay, that's clearly his Sharpie handwriting. He even wrote the name Stefanik, as in Elise Stefanik, one of the ex-president's biggest GOP defenders in Congress. Now, if you're in the MAGA world, that is huge. Congrats, Elise. I heard the president dropped your name. Now, it's been a while. Really? Oh, wow. Thank you very much. It's been a while since I've talked about conspiracy theorist and softball dipped in pubes, Alex Jones. Jones is, and I want to be fair here, the worst human on the planet. He has recently been the target of a defamation lawsuit over the outrageous lies he told about the Sandy Hook tragedy being faked. Well, late last week, the jury brought down the sledgehammer and ordered Jones to pay Sandy Hook parents over $49 million. Oh, hell yes! That is fitting news. Revenge is a dish best served on a check for $49 million. Of course, all the evidence made the jury's decision pretty easy. Initially, when Jones took the stand, he swore up and down, under oath, that he did not have any emails or texts about Sandy Hook. Then, last week, the plaintiff's lawyer sprang a surprise.
Mr. Jones, did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent me an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way. And as of 2 days ago, it fell free and clear into my possession. And that is how I know you lied to me when you said you didn't have text messages about Sandy Hook.
Alex Jones was betrayed by his own lawyers. I look forward to what he'll say about them on his conspiracy show. These guys are part of a vast conspiracy involving George Soros' sex hormones hidden in Capri Sun coastal coolers and the Illuminati injecting microchips into your genitals to teach your penis critical race theory. Or, follow me down the rabbit hole here, my lawyers are even stupider than I am. Also, look, you rub the mayonnaise. Also, Look at Jones' lawyer as the prosecution reveals his epic screw-up. Well, let's see, yes, they didn't cover this in Legally Blonde. Okay. Jones went on his show to talk about the whoopsie guilty and swore there was nothing incriminating in his phone records.
That's what they've got. And it's just no dick pics, no nothing.
Oh, Alex, I beg to differ. Every picture of you is a dick pic. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Mindy Kaling and Senator Chris Murphy, and Mr. Joe Walsh is here with the band.